Ebu say mamunyina afishiapa. Yewra November dia. Na just afishiapa na ya start no. It's way de mamunyina afishiapa. Mamunyina akwaba. Eba my health, my life. My pomuden ene me kwaso. Midindi Abigail Ashley. Nemo mi jidi say sorry ye. Wada nyame ase because so we fiti January, February, March, April, May, June up to ne. Now that's what you see. I feel 2025 is only nyame course. Hey! Nyama betchem owoi yare. The church na so that's what you see. Now sorry and no pay. Now nda nyame ase ye dia. Fasima ba kope. We dey yen kata ye ni. Na yen kasa rade. Ye da ase. Sasem we dey hu hia me na menja nkan so da. Enso hu ye de a ina nka yetimbum na nka se rade ye da se. Mama nyina akwa bebibium about my health, my life, my pomuden and men kwaso. And I know ye da sorry ya yanka bi anhim. Statistics bi abetodwa. Ye se Ghana for e kan mayo no. E san say omo ejai condom use nti HIV cases no kwa na ekosoro me yam sheme me say we die we say me frɛ abedwafo na esi ho pono na ebomu nkomo na ehwe se de ebesia ya ebesia no because yansi anu se sia de beba ichire enye kra enti na me ya adom ya tun sa afrɛ abedwafo ye ba bebo ho nkomo ene de nti a ne mama for ye abe omumpe some use condom ene nunti ama HIV cases no akosoro enkankan between the ages of 15 17 20 mu ho no see HIV cases no akosoro pa ho no enzene ho nkomba na ebebo na mum semulum se jumedie nkofo bo hoka an de di kan me de aseda kese pa yam vita se omo maize omo wheat omo rice then na ope yam vita aduane pa e de ma nkwala ema omunyi eye nkwala pa saanzo eze nkwala aduane nso mpanifo no sudi mbacho omo sachet omo can one okokrom baby bia ye ton nkwala aduane bia obenya yam vita oho mbacho to bi ma nkwala no na imalo so ya na mudi big kama no menim se mo yeso so saanzo na de asida kese pa ma endpoint homeopathic clinic endpoint say ya rebia de bebo mo aso ye ho nyina omo ayaresa obode be ma no ade omunya ho ade pa ne kaka de untumi mfa sinyare de untumi mfa nko endpoints so na mo apart from ya sinyare bia de be ko endpoints bia on besa ho ama omo shell signboard Spencer's Road omo tema community 22 uko Kumasi Kro no mabrohia endpoints 4 ho uko Takrade Anaji Estate endpoints 4 ho uko Ensia endpoints 4 ho sansu na uko Enzima so a endpoints 4 enso ho sansu de asida kese pa kantanka immaculate herbal supplements I say herbal supplements what ni pediane pa and the asida suma vegatum tough on malaria almost so ya say and e dijumedi bro me twa ho sima ye ba asema e da pono no so adanti e na mayu aba dan sei omompe condom hye ama HIV yare no ama ne ho so sa ye twa ho nkombra sisia. Say mamunyina akwa aba ena medam asese matweme ama ye twa ye ho aba ye ko na ese anano ye sorry ye yanke bi anhyem Ghana AIDS Commission say HIV cases no ama ne ho mie no so ntenne home komo ene babo na ya tunsa afre Madam Caroline Ado na Daga. Thank you very much. A program officer and National AIDS Control Program. Our Hanomo sounds on it soon. Safreya in your bar, Rosette and through a watch. Midwife, papa, I like for polyclinic for what job was. Baby, oh, the award winning midwife in Ghana. And I in your bema, Mr. Seth Ajimai. Say, dear, what meeting? Yamachi biotech na or senior
chief BMS. I'm a biomedical scientist.
A biomedical scientist. Or Kolibuso and Wabakaya one. Also more about testing no or mono omudensi. Ya tun self february for na ya babe bonko. Ma, Auntie Caroline. National Control Program. Obia onim National AIDS Control Program for Jumano. Edem pana mayo.
Okay. Medical achia ATF4.
Ashefo so down.
So yeah. National AIDS Control Program no. Ye under Ghana Health Service.
Okay.
Ghana Health Service no so ye wo Public Health Division. Okay. And aside that no yen titro no ye under the Disease Control. Okay. A division of the Ghana Health Service. Yeah, no, what we do is National AIDS and STIs Control Program.
Okay.
Yeah, were 4 mandates. The first mandate, was putting in interventions a very reduce new HIV transmissions. Until I'm pese obi awo HIV no na or transmit mobility. The essence is to reduce transmissions. Okay. So that in the end it will reduce the new infections. And then the second mandate is say, yes, if you be a mensa wom, we are there, ebi mo benya bi. Nti omo amanya bi no, e den na ye betimi ya mo. Nti eno no ne say ono no mo no na de ombeto edro so. Na ye with continuous counseling, na ye nutrition, everything that will make say nipa ko no betina say ache. Okay, whilst doing ejuma senior or be trying to da nyakopon be friend no enye HIV no na be kum no. Okay, and then our third mandate in say that is to provide data no ejuma ni nyina at least was say yehu the agina bia. Okay, in terms of data that we are providing. Okay, and then to provide technical support to ministries, departments and agencies. Okay, as they go on with their more HIV related activities. And that is near NACP and National AIDS Control Program. Okay, difference was so say or any Ghana AIDS Commission. Ghana AIDS Commission an autonomous body. Omono you under the office of the president. Okay. Okay. Into omo policy makers. Yen implementers under the Ghana Health Service. Okay. Yeah. And when body statistics no Ghana AIDS Commission for no. Yeah, and the statistics ni na depends on ejuma service and Ghana Health Service na yen. And then in addition to other measures to say Ghana Demographic and Health Survey report. Okay, na ye tools be a use. Okay, let me say softwares. Ye de niamane buboma na etimia coming up with your prevalences, your new transmissions and infections and all that. Okay.
And see, wait, me pese meka na obia beka se me na meka ye. Wo ha no my statistics no. Then mu call ye no. Ana mu gigi data no. Den na mu hu ye. Na nkrofo entin fi wa no na mo ankasa Abigail say we efi wa no ene ba dem ko e den na mo hu ye enti wo hwe statistics na for year 2024 ni 2023 ye new infections no enka ye reduce marginally for the entire population na because last year 2023 no na ye new infections no were a little over 17,000
2024 yeko year bibia no na eno aba form to 15,290
from 17
to 15. Yeah, but that is the general population. But then we realized that yebe share subpopulations na yebe fire young persons. Those are between the ages of 15 to 24. You realize that omono new infections no akosoro to about 31%. Meanwhile, previous years no nanka is always, it ranges between 25 to 28%. And when that surge came from that to 31%, then at least it became alarming to us, because our young population there, they are our future, they are the workforce of this nation. Until who say HIV infections are increasing amongst them, then I will say, Obia internase, you need to sit up and then see what are the issues. But then we realized that, okay, to prevent HIV infections and transmissions, I was saying Crawford use condoms. Because condom no na ye ade a wo sha na woni obi da enye nyinse nkwana ebo ho ban free ebebo ho ban from nyinse na asan ebo ho ban from other sexually transmitted infections. They say gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, including HIV and hepatitis B. Ni nyina ye mpaso agrodie way of getting those transmissions. But we realized that condom use no akofom. But then we, risky behavior kosoro among men and women, because so far from 2023 risky behavior among men, okay, na enono it was around 40-something%, okay, and no 10%, and then 2022 demographic and health survey no, it increased from that 10% to about 48%.
Hey, from 10 to
48%.
Wow.
That is risky behavior. And then we are looking at the females. Females, no, so not just a man, no, or more risky behavior, no, about 1.5%. But by 2022, no, na across to 2.4%.
Is it because ya doso, and it's because we are really risking it?
Because that means omu ye niyama biya expose you to getting the sexually transmitted infections. Those are the risky behaviors. And then you would have thought to say, once I engage in risky behavior, no, then you should have been thinking of using the condoms, protection. No. But then you realize that the condom use is rather declining. You get it? Because from 2022, Nana condom use amount in was about 47%.
No more time use.
No more time use. And then by 2022, I conform to 28%.
That is almost a condom no crab.
Na man also, and no, almost the no, I'm moving from about 24%, no, about a form to about 10% thereabout.
Wow.
Which is rather not good. So now we have to ask ourselves, what is going on?
What is going on?
What is going on? People have heard, at least my one, the younger ones, among Rebecca said, "Ebi omu huye, omu hu senior AIDS etie." Because those days, no, esha si no na edrone ho. In the way, so when HIV infection na chere say, "Oh, try ma time ma obewo." Nti na ye chere pictures eye ehun ye
hu nipa kasa ni niama. But say some almost say
yeah, and no, yeah, and
that's the challenge.
Yes.
Obi are relaxing.
Nti eno no the insuro bi bae. But sisi ano ye nkyere no, because sisi ano ye mpe HIV has changed the infection, because sisi e draba. Nti wonhu nkrofo mo HIV na HIV infection no, so mbe yes nti wo de no kyerɛ na nkrofo hwɛ looking for that, but this time you won't see that. And nti persons living with HIV will rather be looking fine and looking beautiful and nice, okay, but they are infected and can transmit the infection.
It's who difference no.
It is that those days I actually sane amano na nkwala no Gen Z's no, they were not around. Omu huye. And na those days no, so na ye hu na ye ti Woko radio so radio be obvious no. If it's not on, it's not in.
What happened to the adverts and things?
That is where.
What happened to the advert? It was of course the same. I would do video no too. United Television and not DSTV channel 360. Like I say, my health, my life, Jumedie and I wash it and net yes a serious issue because I think it's very personal and very serious to have the younger population infected with HIV/AIDS. I feel no money. That nipano so no so boys said 3. Na girl no so boys say 2. And I just imagine the infections. Ebeko answer na all new between 15 to 25. I feel na nipanini. So answer na nipani bedi 40 and you can just imagine the number of people are infected with this HIV/AIDS. Okay, sir. So it's a very serious public health issue. And yes, I'm kitwa. Once I buy my share red, many brabre. And yes, I'm kitwa. And nothing about tunsa after Madam Caroline Ankasa, National AIDS Control Program, program officer of Honomo, a buyer, and I'm at once from midwife no swankasa, or more motion a school for no and a master friend or more tested no, Mr. Setajiman Shutia, and the air boss uncle because I some a mood. It's in patches. Say now do a feed not so. Yakasafa the HIV infection a costro within the younger generation and no come up and a year bono any. So I'll come to what we can do to seize it. But Auntie Rosetta, yes, someone na my ama problem na yesa. Yes, some family planning, some ankwala. Answer no because like obi wo JHS kra wa about family planning. And risky behavior idiot. Risky impemo grow na ya shada brofudin risky behavior. It's not risky impemo grow die. Omudi ni basa. So should I blame the midwives? With the family planning methods they are giving the kids?
No and yes. So no because sana abofra bia betu anamon say or ba be family planning method no. Na sa abofra no yen kan say abofra when it comes to sexual activities be. Because at that time no ono ankasa etu ginaye ama ne ho say why ready say opese odi mpaso agro ena all right say oba yenso yetie nenum asem ye de ne say ye be try say ye no be kasa ye be tuufo but say abofra ana enipa bia sinitimo pose opese or have sexual intercourse there not just at that time no ono wafa no say we adults say ye fa Ghana laws na ye de ba beka in Ghana law no akradi 16 years laws ne ma ne ho kwan so we have sex sana yemra na ewukrom ha na etie but then akra o ye below 16 years eba na wo hwe said ne body ene ne body no ahyehye ne waye afa na enye se oye virgin na waba oye obi a wastate a wodi mpaso agro deda nti sa akra na waba no wo de a obeye ne say anka obeka abstinence but nipa no obetimi abstain a anka already no breaking the virginity nti ye pese sebe yebo oman Ghana ho ban awo bebre no yete so na yenya oman papa a ye healthy na afei so ye mpese abortion ye ebedo so na mekasa abortion a criminal abortion wo mo ankasa de nro bi hye o masene ade ebedo so asebia no so kum ye nkora na yie pa nti no wo ba ye de ye betufo ye be churchill na wo ankasa wa make informed choice. Some in fact most of them even come with their mothers. Ebia na oba tan na hu se ne ba na si so abrabo bi kwan bi so a e de animguase bebre busua no na sisi a ye hwe nso se omo education no omo be ko nkan nti no ye mpese nyinsan e be stop omo okwem enu nti no they come for the family planning method na omo aba na ye ya cheche omo awie no it's up to them to make an informed choice nti omo ba ye cheche omo say abstinence at your age there anka abstinence but abstinence no e ho ye nka ho asamo because o kan nipa na ba obetimi abstainia anka wa maso be family planning nti na the next thing ne say anka ye condom use any de aka ni nyina na ye education na ye mo te asese se wo fa methods ni nyina family planning methods ni nyina esi ebo ho ban efri nyinse nko aho eka eba no sexually infected diseases and STIs any HIV AIDS eka ho na eno embo ho ban
mo catch omo
ye catch omo pa
nti they are aware
ye tu omo fo ye ne omo bon komo ko akire nanso no akwakoye se se Genzi said my sister AUC no social media play a very big influence.
I can't be on.
Yes. And then no ubesha say akrabi nazugi omo attempts me azugi bi apayo na chese obi sexual video edabonting and crankiting kisi GHS SHS. There are some of the viral videos online I will share and I real school yeah baby so kunumu ye sa dia ye ba beje wom. So you see the mentality out there and what social media is doing to our youngsters. First no na HIV ade bi asebe ye ka HIV a ye hwe se mpanifo omanyini a sebe ebi mu kra first no most of them omotu kwan yakwa ama no ne akobo tutu
oyem kwa sho
sebe ene jantra bra no omo na no motai na HIV enu ti no first no de ne ye ka HIV anka kra de enka enfam kra bia but then no because HIV no and no young people they are advocating menya HIV also through the social media and I'm on my medications I'm fine and all of that into my area no sisi ano ehuna na first e wo ho na ye ka ho asem say ehu no eni hobiem into because of enunti no ama akoye to say the normal malaria and other diseases and infections that we get exactly into social media and so a very bigger platform but then when it comes to the family planning asemna omuba na say omunya ye free we say oh me nyem nyinsem bi ani honoma they forget that wakache omo say ba no HIV and STI sa edro na ede awono eno ensi ho kwan enti feel say when you freedom 100% freedom to have any form of sex any style anytime anywhere sa mo feel say one more certificate ne say omo nko no mko yes ade eno nti no omo adwin free HIV AIDS na ye ka ho asem no any STIs na aka ne ho na afi empemu agro die nkwa because after all menyem so the perception of me free gives them that kind of I say ne ho ahotoso say oh me them have sex anyhow because at the end of the day I'm not going to get pregnant but the ebe from ofidie so asa kai ye mofra ne ye young people no muti ne say as much as wabon ho by why family planning method and then most of them are even using the morning after pills which is the emergency contraceptive and also in some baby and also you can say
it's a table on its own
yes enti no nyama doso nyama ye dey protected to see akra no you will get a 12 years who is now coming to teach you a 30-year-old how to use natural methods be any nyama bi e wo fia oni be ma kwhia o ya and also e manyin sayma
forgetting about the
it's about we have prioritized the nyin say no and we are forgetting the deadly part of the whole show sana sisi akwa akoye enunti no ama and in fact young girls are coming in for the family planning method more of these days.
I went to a clinic now. Oh
yes.
Hey.
Yes.
I was like, really?
Of course, some of them, their mothers are tired. What can the obey? Can why you obey? What bomb? Why you obey? Therapy is still not working. And I feel like our social media is doing a whole lot of harm more than good. You see, there are some of the things we need to cap.
Social media, they say,
we need to cap.
Papa, there's person who papa. Obi edi social media suade.
Eno de
yes.
Yes.
Now do de be impemu agrodi.
There be na so no ye ka ne sa no. Say obi de ni de be suade no. Yes, that one is there 100%. But then answer na wo kwa kwhwe de obi suade adverts ni niam bi kwa be flip it on your phones no. Sometimes who can now you're adults, you are not ready to see some of these things. But they just pop up. And when you travel outside Ghana to say Dubai and other places, they have a strict thing on their social media. There's no way you'll be there and you'll be flipping your phone, you see some of these things. So what is happening in our system? Yes, so the system needs a lot of strengthening and reinforcement.
Okay. My member said though, said you are into the lab, who now testing microphone.
Me that say the Oma Kenya na no kwa adeba kana pese meto aso about prevalence na ye say Ghana started say ye test enkra ye wo mo maame omo ye positive omo wo ma no ye started test omo around 2010 antikaro wo ye timi test ne hu but before 2010 no maame fo bebeba na omo obi a na omo ni so omo obi omo wo ma no ye screening omo ye mesi binom
before 2010
sankra 2010 ni bi ebenya 15 sesei ebenya 20 sesei ti omba ti se reservoirs enti e wa akra bi kra bi a se bi omfa na ho nka oba be mada na nso na bi a na virus na obi dodo na no youth no gen se wo ye me boyfriend onkwa na me boyfriend enti unni bi ya na erefie gen se obi a wo ma bebrebe ya na so member be no bi obi Inti perception is as shifty say, oh, it's my boyfriend. Meaning no ye show ye home. Everybody knows me when they dating to a nibi. Near refi say ye testing who is ye obi. Na ye ba testing so no. NACPDB friend VCT, voluntary counseling and testing. My campaign say do number labs on be HIV testing no. We emutena 7 enim pass o nibi. And need to know deep on walk to the place obey. There were Jane say or yeah risky behavior no because before say unni mo enku ade wonim na enku but ade wonim na ku ntem enti se ba test na dodo na beba e be compulsory adwuma bi na wanya enti na okoye adwuma na so okopa visa okoware anase bisa nipa na okwara na okwa HIV test so woni ni hukafo na edi agra beto wo test na koma pastor se be obenya aware no test no Ghana sisia HIV test a free yes HIV test a free yes NACP supply kit ni nyina mai ene kra de so enhance say ye wo first line second line inti ye test ba ko na ye positive ya cancer ye positive be sa confirm ya sa confirm bio inti e wo ho free na emum se woni pa ko be ba so be test no de ne kwa de abeka ye self test kit e ba ye Ghana Sivachie bebre major issue ni say why no obeji sa self test na ye no fie no ye positive no be free nurse ne say oh test na me person person me ba na beji e draw o ma because Jane say okay obi eni me nkwa na menim ma me mfa nhye me ho and na the other side and say some small percentage of adolescents na me positive no o Jane say me ka kire me boyfriend ne say ma test me positive boy ni beja me and I say me girl na me boy na makoye na me positive me ka kire me girl na me girl ni beja into ono say de be hye ne ho enti se condom use na ontimi enforce na mane use condom no many UVB be akasa about condom use condom e to no pharmacy ne supermarket no ka e din yeah because who rush supermarket we say young ladies be no more ho who be a condom ne wo person could be saympacho beto condom onye because stigma be abeka we say we promiscuous and also we prostitution so be who say condom share bottom na say condom wo ka mu sesia abrante de we akra boni so obi bo ne ho ban no obe akra boni ti ne onkoto we ni free kra me say health me ba health system me hunu say yempe free kra opa condom ye ni free obefa a whole strip no e de akọ akina hu bibi odeto yempo this e dai bia kwansi me bia besra no afa no wo pe bibia o de condom ne kra ahye ohumpo hanti testing ne de nka so available almost all health centers testing is available obetima ko private obetima ko public ne so kwa umpe general OPD testing so obetima na obi akasa so opeso ye name ope privacy emra no ma ye ho kwan so obi pe privacy so ye privacy man but yenye testing is a small moja kakra bi e wo nsaketu bi acha 15 minutes 20 minutes na ye hunu wo status na yetimi advice so ti voluntary naira counseling ne wo ho testing ne wo ho
asemo ebusiafo when yesuma Mrs. Dora amwa so onsikrom no mbisa amanfo nuanom mmei ene mranti adanti pa na mo mpese mo be hye condom no yenkotie de omo so kire yenkotie mo enu nsam mbra.
So youths now my banning. Some of them they want it fresh to fresh. Others come with complaints that yeah, or more fun if they use the condom, it's not really nice. Yes, but then some people they are using the condom, but others or more use a condom or make us say another. So though they are just doing it like that.
It's a condom nadia papa use condom. We are still following another condom. What I say? Actually, the one is a new community where papa change and I have a condom in the front. And I go soon. I did the money and then I go soon. It's then said, I'm in a boy of mine. It's what I say. The Cassie are doing Sevilla and the moon at the area and Namapadia. And the God's condom in the condom. We are there condom. We will also to know about the Yauma. That's in case of infection. Which makes the system. I said condom to me, Yami myself. We be making myself. Oh, condom no. Omudia, Beman who soon a woman. Every woman and ball as almost Sapra, Eddie Yedro, Eddie Manyabia, my Tibi. Madame for you from a morning. Mention us, you will be a minute. I shall wait. I'm not because I shall line at the because I shall for the type of condom. Because you want to be I should know. So, sure, condom, I put them up on 5 million. I will be super call who depend. It will be a type of so we know for the normal order, you know, or condom, Sanka or almost any young fashion. And no some there, so how to kill women upon but in your condom said, yeah, condom, very condom. So, Bob, I said, you never know, you need to say, yes,
Medasi. Okay, youth, said you always say youth, not the antenna, on the bomb home now, omne or Beshia, use condom now. Made the Vassam youth and Demi Huni say, Omo, who are the more can say, Omo use condom now, like a dinner woman, Omo said, yeah, more use condom. And the youth need to no or prefer say, obey any sa than obey use condom. And the mean who say youth no. Omo feel say like omo oba dana say omo ye no ra eno yes ne say omo ebe use condom but can papa mu no say won use condom infection be be ho a obinya na so youth ni de omo mfa ho say like when your oba na anigye no or forget to say oh bibiale bia ni obinya we HIV na so obinya we enti me de ka me ko de say youth no bia use condom but when omo ka say abase me boy na ye ni didn't come no say oh condom do use one take the way I did any day. It's in most of them no use condom. Me that say, okay, youth said you always say youth na the antenna person the bomb mobile. Na omne obeshia use condom na. Me the if I say me youth and me who say omo who are na the more can say omo use condom na like a dinner woman omo said yeah more use condom. And the youth need to no. Or prefer say obey any sa than obey use condom. Enti the mean who say you to know or more feeling say like omni oba than say omo ye no ra and no yes ne say omo obey use condom. But can papa mu no say won use condom infection be ho a obinya. Next you to need the omo mfa ho say like when your oba na anigye no or forget to say oh bibiale bia ni obinya we HIV na so obinya we Inti media coming could say youth no bia use condom, but when no more cassa, was and your boy, I need didn't come on so condom do use one take the way I dare need there. It's now most of them no more use condom. Oh, one of the moon says about open a dia, rather than use condom. No, about anything will be other than use condom. It's a gap and go there. maybe I'm busy and then one day we develop with Kevin. They come up for their fine music or not. But many things have no better than only music. And they are quiet, Emma. I also always condom live that. I'm also that. Condom already yet. We support on that so I want a difference from the day because that's so bit of anyone, you know. And then when we taste and some of my friends we support them here. So yeah, my boy said, Oba, them out of ever cow about. Now who's up on us? Maybe I come and remember who's play CCMA. Was a shame, we are fresh. So they are party, no, so bad. Or so for them, the dark, I said, was a shame with taking a didn't have them with you. How about why I come out? It's you, maybe also do to go by us when you're fresh.
A ban or say youth know when we see protection and I pay a big issue or Ghana. But I believe the Ghana is commissioned the statistics never and conformably in is Yarano. So I think a munya say a mebuno, ye bay and no matter the obeshan or say born who buy. Because one born who buy na yari nepa, one I'll be say usika, one I mean also fire one I will be. So a wunya pass overboard who buy and found ne a corner woman need the womb and I was so sell overborn because I bamboni dear in pa yari bo wa uber to me accure it was shown to me and cure me now no I won't soon so I think maybe I understand them but so when you are non our youth in say omonhwe say yebobọ ehun ban ewo de baby am say da bia yare no yenya ne be koso nya pomute
kakra me nem say HIV ewo ho nipa bebre ya we say HIV wo ho and because of eno sunti no eno nkyere say amanfo have affair but majority ne ka say using condom no it's not like raw. But the American person or say using condom no. So you know how to wear the condom, won't need problem. You won't even know the difference between raw and then using the condom. No. But you won't know how to use the condom now. And then the buyer will say, oh, it's not like this, it's not this, you are not okay. But you won't say yes, you use condom now. You won't think about going raw because the condom never one. Emma will do away with infections. The spreading of the HIV and as other sexually transmitted diseases. A born who buy. As also born who buy free unwanted pregnancy. When you're ready, say but you won't mean abstaining, then you wear the condom. So the way you enjoy. And the foot to my youth say they should try and learn. Say won't me and abstaining. Yen suya senior share condom. So the way HIV in Kwampu never boy and mobile. But other sexually transmitted diseases. Na aboya who buy food. That is kakra meeting I catch the youth.
It was a man for actual margin. Wow, Shami, wow, would see me. Both our social media network on TV and then also on DSTV channel 360. I didn't see that you jai condom use. No one heading. And I net unye binto. Ana there why share your views why most mon can share me dentia mon pesa mo be share Auntie Rosetta condom ni share den
bio
internet
ni share den
I think na ni share den
oh na say na condom den ni share yen share bi nchi
ba church show e bia no munim say omo time no
and in fact e bi so share ba mo nhye ni ye
ebi nso hye nso mo nhye ne yie
nti no so kofa nsem bebree ba
sa
patron
enti e hye ne sen
nti condom no ye wo ma de na ye wo ma de
okay
na opese wo
ma de is it readily available
ma de no aya mostly no family planning stations no na wo benya eno so ye free nti so mo ba ye wo mothers ne bi wo mo ba beje ebi mo ba beje pa
free so
free
enti the one the ba beje first
ebia ya be
okay enti we ma de no
it's a condom ne de wo be sha e so won sa
okay
so we your TV so nti e was so won sa because ebia na in fact the sexual activity na nkasa no Uba be dim there should be cleanliness. Into our someone not really because of the condom, but the condom is very important though. But at least have a affair. You have to wash your hand. Ebi away dry. That one we know your hands are clean. So that condom no BB material. Into sa ode on sa ho fin ekokoka. Sabe introduce infections at their mobile. Into our own say we no one looking out for expiry dates. Into be home as aye.
Oh, okay.
E mema de ni ma de ni nya. Mema de ni ma de no so ni.
Okay.
Into no na wa hwe expiry date no. Be hwe expiry date na hwe say.
Expire. Na say rubber dey say expire bet me use.
Pacho da bi e betimi atentem ana say potential e wo no entimi ebe kofo.
Okay.
Into be hwe expiry date no. Afi nso no na afi wo de won sa we. Emia so ahwe. Umi ahwese mfama bi be fi mu aba.
Oh, okay.
Nti se mfama bi an fi mu ma na chese ye dey. Enti enkwan bi an na ho. Se mfama afi ho ba na chese mfama kom it's not usable again.
Okay.
Nti we wie ni sa na ahwe nim no wate. We ye made no.
We ye made no.
We ye made.
Ba fa chira kama no.
Me de. Nti na we bi anu say.
Okay.
To bi anu say ya we ye new one asisi ya aba.
Okay.
Ma wo rom nsa de down nti na yese wo nsa no because you are going to hold it directly in your palm.
Okay.
Nti ma rom nsa no we ma new one na aba no.
New one na aba.
There is this sponge cushy thing inside.
Okay.
First no na ye ring. Ti say de ano ha tie nka ring bi nso da ase ho no mo kama kama. Aha, nti no na nka wo bechim. Nti we yi ni say ni sisi ase de we tie no. Na afi akosua kuma ni nie.
Okay. Ye fa ni say
akosua kuma ni nie.
Okay.
Aha, camera no wanya me ye ho. Until uye ni say ya, yours is to squeeze this parts.
Okay.
First no anke ye ring until easily squeezable. We ni a bit to kakra.
I as a sponge.
Yes, until ube mi ani say.
Okay.
But make sure say ano ha say no e kwan e da ho no.
Okay.
Na afi we pia e de ahye akosua kuma
we ma condom.
We ye ma condom no.
Wow.
Until akosua kuma na me de ahye mu kama kama no.
Okay.
To de hye mu wie say ya. Na afi o de ahye labia majora no wakosua kuma no anu no kese no o de be make sure say o de cover ho no nyina na wasom obesom whilst is in situ and say
ebeyi na betwe akohyem
there be say unsom na be ma no emfa na yi no entimi nra mu ye nto onya de hyem wie say de ade yi wa ha yi a
bacho use it to the waste toto
umpeso be pra enti no na wa bema no sebe ode ne ho erem ti ube hu se obedi agro come because of we no so hold up so it's not coming to come out MP abonten na we dey say this our baby a we pemu agro bi da asin because we dey pemu agro want me mpianjem so we are virgin and ma bema no nhye
me pa show you okay. And so we are
no why any say
ubechim so e virgin ube breaking is here into so the channel
to the be man in shame into ubechim ube any say na ode yin kakranka there be enka
okay
now ode yin kakranka eno abeba bo
wow
into yin say we are na fe wa chechira no fine na wape we no na ode ashemu back o de ashemu back na o rubber bia polybag to bia na wa chichi wo na wa make sure say enye water closet mu
we find sure water closet mu
okay wo kwa kosi enye gata mu nso ye pa mu chow nti wo de chichi o rubber mu a na wa pedazbin bi na o de atum kama ena emema de no nso sa enti na say yen yusu we on wo peketwa mate Inti eno so be expiry date ni ya hwe nsa deda na wa make sure say
eno so be mia
eno so ye mia omo fi omo ni mo nti wo hwe yen no na wusia na we nso ya te
onsaye oil
onsaye oil
ma ba sazi okay ate
nti we nso we ni say ya ohun obe ma ni ni be ma ni ni ohun
Bema de shall say your front and back.
Aye.
Remember the your front and back.
There be say or say and say someone done no.
Okay.
O done na wa o bema we na ko di inside we no so your reason say we won into we no be so ha o she condom na you always have to make sure so be so ano no na fe wa roll ne down kakra na ekọ de nti a wo so ha se be ya mfama enko ho no afi nso no be accumulate sperms no e de amaye pacho ya test
okay na condom no more the sizes pacho and now one size fits all
condom ne de efabia just that you see I the strawberry the other yaka mo se be ma be ya nika aha nti no sense ni ade bi ni ade nti no eno so boa nti no ye that type no but we obi a react to latest most of the condoms na latest rubber no nti obi ho no ma rubber hye na mo cha na rashes nti wo sa nipa no na chese condom latest no enye ma se say aye other ones bi or slim ones bi ho no ma I've heard say latest until you have to look out for some of those ones. Until we know so yeah, obe so ano no, betri ano ni say asom. Obe hold this sperm no, making sure say ohonjo e wo oba ni mu kra ansa na wa ye say wo ba be.
Oh okay.
Enye sa wo
omo hye condom na omo wi omo agya to me na dem sa.
Na hu betimi aka oba na say. Afi wu yi be ma na afi nti no adwuma wo ye nya be ye kwa because e be kem and I come so sometimes I na you feel say you use so I careful so that you be so hani ye na sperms na call yes I be spread there ba say ehwie na say ka oba na kosekuma ho baby a sperms no mutu mrika wo until you might think that say obi a why coitus interruptus o feel say we yi ne be ma no but in the process of who you know say bi kra so kra betimi anyin sen oba no and I know so betimi akofa yare wo ma e betimi still akofa ba nti no wo be so ha nti say aye say na we ye wie no na wa chechire ne kama
eno so ba chechire
wa chechire ne kama na eno so o de ahye na ayi ne mu back we no so hu hia enkoto ntwe baby a keke na eno so de ahye rubber quality mu no wa chechire now they are so that's been
wow
nti
yeah so just send obe bosso kakra about senior obe hu say side way na e wo say eko mu no because omaye ne te say me he so rest in peace na kona do ne
yes
the channel so I don't up like this into near e top no and I was say wa bontin say na obetimi a rolly because one rolly na say wo fa the opposite side e the trial and share and share so a wontimi and sign dane sa same condom no use because before say obekomu no e be some fluid seminal fluid be ba out who say clear fluid be and also enum na HIV no sen kono wom nti wo the wrong side share na say who say wrong na wo dane ne sa na fluid sa fluid no e wo
ma ho no bo ba ye ho biom ma sa seminal kan asisi an sa bo biom o si be man no the be man no sorry a fluid bi asensuo kakra bi ba ade na no no asensuo very slimy sansuo no
and also
HIV mo ani bi wo so enti men di agro men fen di agro say o enye sperm nti eno de ahwinim
okay enti sa fluid ne seminal fluid in fact eno mu na HIV no wom
sa fluid no crop na
HIV sperm no HIV nim
wow this is
enuntina utimenya obi a wo HIV positive even oba no omumienu tumi ye positive so mbetimi awo negative baby because sperm no so HIV as sperm no ni HIV so your ban so egg no so any HIV
seriously this is really an eye opener for all of us so seminal fluid no who say be man would dia agro wo say na nsuo na o na fe no ba betwe Asha condom na sa de na wura o da
obo si say o de brush ansa na
Jesus condom na she
sa brushing period no sa fluid na ye tro so HIV clear no and no ma wo fu say nye sperm no eno kwa no na HIV is ne mu no
because sperm no ntimi hu ne yenim
wow
and then another thing is aside say be make sure so be channel the right way. If you mistakenly don't wear it properly and use the wrong side, I was say what to cha actually now use for okay. And then the other thing say because fluids are so be HIV in higher quantities it may infect you no nasi oba nasi nsuo any sperm no I mean seminal fluid yes semen your friend is semen any moja and then no nsuo any these days the rectal fluid okay nti omo di personal agro no we are condom no outside ni nyina ye oba no asensuo no and na ewo outer part of condom no nti se wonsa ebia wo cat na ebisa na wo de sane sa de year then you are creating another problem. Nti se owo tissue bi say ya ana se toilet roll ana se bia otimi the kata say na ode no atwen so a ideally wotwe a wo de amiene sana pepolitan fashion na chichire instead of say nka obe chichire no eno so another issue so as much as possible we can avoid
some the better
now the ayi or you pet now am say then you will now do it, you know. And just to add on to what Mr. Ajiman said, you know, the testing, the age of consent, your policy is not being so an issue because per the laws of the land say obeying the 16 years the person should not consent. I mean you cannot test that person without the parental and the guardian consent. Okay, and that is the problem. But then say nipa kono di 16 nipa kono someone di 16 na say wanyensa deda ana wawo ana say waware na de bituma ya man and this policy no so we say hwem and aside that condoms no GS so another policy we call schools no more second cycle institutions no so we call education e be catch raw say menka condom asem because yen no yesinu almost a counseling. So we are not supposed to talk about condoms in secondary schools as part of education. And so more, And I think we need to take a critical look at that. You get it? Because more, so empowering people. And then another thing is to demystify. Nkrofo say ebia obi use condoms it means say obi a obo jamai ana akwalabone. So we need to, you people should help us demystify that. Na am nkrofo who say condom use no it means that you are responsible and it's for infection prevention. You get it, instead of the promiscuity and all that, pregnancy and also I mean I think that's just a little that I want to add on to what they have said.
Wow. Now Abi me ba say na sister come bibi say condom no I fluid na eba no eno na eyewe. Nti there are some people that obekwa koye anal sex raw office penetration through the vagina no e ho momo na asem
no nti on
so do e ho no ma no okoshe condom
e na make no
na okoshe condom e na condom no so yen reuse enkasa me use we me san kwa polisi me ho amba nti me san kwa polisi
condom ni part 2 ala
pacho me san ko reuse and there are some people we be or dental issues be a nemu nyina ayeko ni ade and the way people will do blow job and other things, do a whole lot of things even before the sexual intercourse no, you may use the condom, but if you have typical dental issues now koye blow job ni ade na any kind of fluid na ebe ba nti obesesa na ema
it was for my try ho enkom practice say about Robert us because at some way die maka cho zen nti na ma ready no me ni bra bre wo ho na yen try enkom bra. was a form of the Massima train and my train Honsama Abba Cecia, Edia Sadaka Sepa, Emma, Vegatem told on malaria, and malaria drew that she, the patch up when I'm saying malaria now test it. Nay, malaria, and I say, who feel listen when you're malaria, but what test it now when you're malaria, then one say what J wo Vegatem. Na wafa wadie sanso na dia sedaka sepa yam vita nkwala eduane pa omo maize omo rice omo wheat dia opebia obetimi akogebe menim say ya mamefo na ka ma no hwe na moye nkwala eduane medamase ho sanso na dia sedaka sepa ma endpoint homeopathic clinic omo se kaka ana esi yare kwa no muntumi nsa na mom apart from eno no yare bia odbeba endpoint bia me pacho we man endpoint be si yare na ano amano sanso na dia sedaka sepa makantanka immaculate herbal supplement papa bwa nipediano na kojo de na fa bo ho ban ye de asidan so ma special ice mineral water ya ye die mu nsuo papa say the weather na ye die nsuo a ohia se obanom pa institute with special ice mineral water nanom. Still in the studio with Madam Caroline Ado Danga. Yes, the no boy was sort so but now Madam Caroline Ado na Daga and Naka. She's a program officer, National AIDS Control Program. Our studio has answer now Madam Rosetta Inchua Abwaj. Shamida Abwaje. Our award-winning midwife. Oye Juma ewa Lakeman Polyclinic sounds na yenu abema Mr. Set Ajumai say owa Yamachi Biotech or sounds wo Kolebu Teaching Hospital oye bio senior
and no other biomedical scientist.
Senior biomedical scientist for papa Ejuma ni diopo Ejuma ni bad zenini and on and I'm not test I don't know about my labs now.
We are ready.
I ready. Oh, sir, I said that prona ye bon komo any HIV AIDS money who so elbow in my one rantiemu. I mean from the ages of 14, 15 to 24. The patch up a man who so too much into a chest de bear, the BC and no coin and no como and a yearbo. Won't say ya and I know Ghana is commissioned for. And the year announcement nobody tuja ne bomi hupa into the year bohum komo na yeah be share how do we keep this how we in our small way yeah start here there or how you TV and then yeah mo the day adam who yeah social media where the ball now where the ball all the news portals na bobo so how do we solve this problem? Because girl yeah when you're 15 years you know answer no benya 30 enye be ma not na ho na no de betina na ho sa go do 30 no obesisem na o sisem nyina na o nyina o spread o cheche yare cheche we nso nye bronya gifts we had your beauty ma na che say waso wa deswa. So how do we stop this?
Yeah, so to stop this we need to tackle it from different angles. I will even start with the parents. And then I move on to the teachers and the tutors, and then I take it up from there.
Okay.
Because as a parent, we need to understand that when our young ones, our kids, are having sexual intercourse, they're not coming to discuss with us. And comprehensive sexual education should start with us. I was saying, and I was saying, starting. Yen stop esa attitude ni say yen ye Christopher and say nka omusha se yen sex but wo ne ka wo empa no wo mani tumi bia ono betumi ade negotiate for so be have sex kra obe negotiate for safe sex. Are you getting empowerment no ena ye open na e kire say ansa na betumi ayesa no e wo say yen ne yen kwala enye adamfo such that we can be free send on bit me confiding in ye na yen so and then from there no yen call a teacher for no ho a teacher for no omo be ye teaching no omo sexual education but then
send no more be yen kwalana la bitalo
yeah bebre no bako no bebre no omo teach but omo ye crap omo teach kra omo teach no senior because sex ankasa na Ghana ha enya say ya choro be say e taboo and so awofo kwa omo kwala o ko tena se ko kase penis ne vagina sama na omo ye omo te se omo ye
na ye u se da e na e se katawani
enti na o kasa ade ne sa na o se ye to se bi to se bi
they are doing it
they are doing it
and see we need to freely discuss this and then just as I talked about the policies GES should think through educating say to education educate secondary school nkwala about condom use no enye say ebia ye pese omukọ have sex ye pese omu hu senia so be have sex kra senia obe bone ho ban senia onkonyense ana onkofa yarebi okay and that's it. And then the other thing aside those angles we also need to also begin to look at the condoms themselves. Are they readily available?
Available.
Are they available? And so we need, you indicated earlier that adena nanse yenti do go be so ade woro no bebre no sika na echi. You get it? Sisia no the funders are not, and I'm happy that say mote ya no munyina afraid. If you can keep doing that, okay, your radio, I mean all the media handles, that will help us. Okay, and then our funders, which are working hard, said that GOG is doing their best procuring a global fund. They also do their, but we need more to procure as many as possible. What about the accessibility? Say, hokra, ye dinkan cancer stigma. Uko pharmacy say ukoto condom. Uko na nkrofo hokra, untimi nka. And ani obetrama onu kra.
Na ukra wo ye matured no kra no ukra.
I don't know obi still be baby pharmacy na be be net yo. Na bra wa say, I know be so me na wa ko yusupa.
Ye ko kumasi ba na me share that me that time manji hospitals. Ye call filling station be. So me do hono na about there were some about 4 people there. Na be say condoms see, you know they have them. Which one? Young lady me be say about say oh ntinya he na kama wo de ye sex a o hwe me nim first no other than anyone fi me. Na me sign kan me kan say Pacho madam, I didn't see why I didn't see. So I'm just trying to let us know how difficult it is, especially young ones. No, or qua society doesn't, in fact, frowns on them having sex. So in that case, no, what do we do? Say that they can easily access these condoms without human interaction. You know, Ghana is commissioned. I'm happy they mentioned they are going to have this. Dispensers vantage points. It just dispenses them so that maybe
for free?
Public for free. Like a public mall, now washroom. Now a biwo Shatawali program, and then they are there. Then you go. I mean, you see that it will help us.
I think that one visited a clinic in US. Kind of be brave. Like it's just me fa
yeah, and then the affordability.
And the
affordability, no condom, no, they are for sale. We may say that they are not expensive, but sa group, no, are you getting it? And so that's another angle. And then another key thing that is coming up is that they prefer those at the pharmacy shops, just as my sister said.
The flavored ones.
And a bit I mean, that is closer to natural than no logo way. Almost the freeway.
But then you're rubber.
Almost think near almost pen so between 15 to maybe 35 and 45, depending on the brand you want. Okay, and so we are looking at all this as a program. I mean, to see how to, it's dialogue with our funders, so that if we can try a few of,
add some
to it, so that it
because
will,
yes, rubber in the air barrel. Almost as a Tofia, where has a rubber but is it for safety or for?
Ideally, it's for safety. But people think that no, even though you must still enjoy. But I always say that, look, if you are watching us, start using it gradually. BBR is when you get used to it. And then
you know how to maneuver.
You know how to maneuver. And then for those men, these days we have men who almost say wait 2 minutes and 3 minutes and on chat now ne ho aba. No condom no use here. Ebe man no a check.
Oh,
because feeling no in the same.
Oh, okay.
Are you getting it?
Okay.
So I did
it's a
you get it. But that is on the other side. But of course, it will also be a way of preventing the infection. Okay. And so these are the things. And then we have seen that now they are Gen Zs. The traditional ways that we used to use, things have changed. And so we need to move with the change.
The Gen Zs.
You get it. She talked about social media. Social media, no, ne positives, ne negatives. Are you getting it? So when you are looking at the social media, most of these young ones, whether you're pay or you're or more, they are always there. And then they on their platforms, we are looking at getting funding to seek the help of some influencers. A lot of following. Or following, that's all the question be to her about condoms in where not ever generating discussion. Now, ya who be a gaps on the wall in terms of knowledge. Then we come in and now help with all that. You get it? And see, we are looking at all these angles, but the key thing is funding. And we are all awake, and we are really looking at how to help curb this, because now we are beginning to have radical leaders in this continent. If at a point we get all that we want, we need human resource to do the work. And there's no you get it, resource. And then they are infected. So our governments and all other donors should understand that it is always easier and cheaper to prevent the infections than allowing people to get and then you want to treat, because that costs a lot. Okay, and so these are just a few things that we are doing to see how and then we won't leave out, as a way of prevention too, we have something that we call mother-to-child transmission. Ajiman talked about it earlier, because if a woman is so oba nyema oba time nyema that's all HIV otimi de manemba either time a onye sene no and I say a walk no and also we na so man no mfusio betimi anya, and that's another area. Yes, so your pesa but we are doing well. Your pesa get to less than 5% of transmission rates, you know. This year here Jinabe 9 point something until we are putting in more effort. And this year and crampo no, yeah, person be eliminate HIV in Kwan. Yeah, be eliminate HIV and syphilis, and hepatitis B. Okay. Because ni no, mama no, the mode of transmission is the same. And say it minya apim for no, onion seno, or any of this or all of this. Now you're putting in interventions are. No, na kulano onya any of it. And see, all these things are things that we are doing as we work towards prevention. And aside that, there are other modern technologies that we are using. We have something we call pre-exposure prophylaxis. Okay. And only enro na yede ma omonya HIV no obinya HIV edura onno no. Sandro no bi na yede ma, but just that your man as treatment. Your man as prophylaxis. And see, and a number of edura yede be mano. Ono no yede man send on no ma. A bono hobain from so be kwa kwanya bi. And another way of prevention, even more HIV no. Uno me drone no could do time be technically no. Uno obi koshia na mo shako no try farmer. Oh, okay. So all these things we are doing that.
Na drone no ho de.
I don't know what pa. They brave ho. But answer no we be hu say me wo HIV. and I mean nibi sani ne o bi ne di edrobe ma no oni bi no ye dia prevention no je wo koye test aha nti ye hwefo ne ye atiefo try and get tested and then we'll see how from there ebeboa sani omo nibi no na ehu because our 15 to 24 years no ebi mu wobi ebi mu ne bi was some test na ehu se we na wobi na titru ne de na to edru so we oni bi na ya yes but unfortunately energy awofo no ebam because they are minus you getting it so it's a technical it's just
Madam Midwife mo side so then am we dey boy ai di besia
so I can't be she has said almost everything but there may be reinforce e wo de oka ye ni mu ye mother to child transmission sisi ye try your best oba time bia wo fa nyinsan a oba antenatal your mothers ni bi wo ho yes your mothers ni bi wo ho because of enu sisi no omo be wo fie enu so on ba antenatal kra and your mothers ni bi on so wa ba na wa beji aduro no onnom obekwa sorry so for say ya manu nsuo bi ni ade eno beboa ama yare nako nti wo ye den they will not take the medication nti no at the day obeba be wo bebi san say ofa withdraw dey bi na still yare no egumu nti so wo yes wo ye wicked because won drain abofra ne ho wo drain nkwa ho there is nothing wrong with doing what is the spiritual aspect and as well as doing the air chair at hospital nti e pa omo chow enye say wo ba ye be check antenatal there wo ko pay be check HIV nti no me nkokra me ye back door eno so e the complications bebre ba e du owo bebre enso eba wo ba ne hu a yen a ye no ye hu nye hu san so na yen koka wa asem ho abonten e na se ye hu so a eye wankasa na ye bo ho ban ye de obeto eduru so ama wankasa nso no why healthy na abofra no so ya make sure say ye see ye we ya afam de bia ye beye through the pregnancy state and after birth no eduru bi e wo some fama abofra ne ade no ebi won so mo ba beje mofra ne duru na because say ono ni de no de asie ni nti no abofra na wa wo no wa ma de no so won fa nya abofra no ni kunu ne family people are around nti abofra no so be on fama no nti na afi ho no so no there is a gap
disclosure
wahu nti saa de no e ade a ye betufu se omo bejai saa niema na omo ye no na omo ahwe se ye be spiritual anyway na bom that aside then so no it's for their own good na ade ba ko bi nso a mama wa ha de meka e de ato nanim se ye ka funding all right but at the end of the day in a small way no saa influencers ya ye kai enye ahibia na ebionom sabe I was going to go there. It's all about social media. So let's make good use of the social media. That aside, yes, for public education. Animations, we have young guys from here. Animations now it's about comedy near the end. So even if you put a little comedy and the whole thing is stylish, it's making you laugh, but it's still teaching you. People will still learn from it.
Yes. And then we used to do.
Yes, yes. And we should target people like who have the technical know-how kakra, not just biara keke, because they may have the followers all right. You may sit them down and groom them, but they may not get the understanding and portray it the way you would want it to be portrayed out there. So we have nurses and midwives like myself. We are available and readily available. So some of these things we will engage ourselves and then make sure say we also have at least some of the numbers. By numbers, you know, sometimes we do the numbers, then we mess it and we go in for ambassadors and people with the numbers who do not have the technical know-how.
No, they don't have platform.
So yes, platform. So and I say, you may watch it. So it's okay. Or followers by the end of the day. Na ebia nyema bia anko yie ewo baby a anka obi a owo health sector ni mu no ebetimi aye no waye ni ye nse won so ye hwe afei so last one I made the say your policies no I don't know but if you are on the at the labor ward you realize that we now have a lot of ashawo, excuse my language, a man hookups na doors,
sex workers
sex workers permit my language sex workers and hookups no adults WhatsApp near DSS say you know if you have married men, responsible men and other people going around but near me go on phone so ne group will be almost everywhere you go sa hookups young girls
use condoms
young girls no ebi mo so ne raw into no ethics ni near maybe access sama ne woman ne say de me de me hu labor ward ne say we have a lot of these sex workers getting pregnant at the end of the day and they have HIV. Most of them are not Ghanaians.
Oh yeah.
Most of them coming now, they are not Ghanaians. Inti omo bani omo kono, who sees to it?
Who monitors them?
Who is monitoring Sagabwe? And then these hookups have become so much. I would say the majority of the hookups started from the foreigners because they wouldn't want to do it at their own home where people know them. So they prefer to travel to a different place and do it. And this is what I had a case where the young lady was like, Onimpasa with HIV from Nigeria, and then she traveled here. And she's a sex worker. She's a sex worker. First she was on her medications, but in madam where she into GI medications no. She started dating ne pimp no a boss. Inti opese on fire ne mama me no. And she got pregnant in the line and came. And then if you look at the number of people she said she has slept with. So you know,
okay.
Mr. Jubai.
Okay.
Yeah, probably
enye bebre ebia dem de beka ho atwa to an say ya na concentrate too much in the cities enkra ni free mekrase na ba nkran oba na nimbie say ya mfa education na ma no ekrase wan san no aba nkran ha ansa na beti condom use no ne mema bese for na aba
adadada
enkra nkito na mba nkran ni nyina ye vulnerable because wa bank na ba ye bibi kakra no wa ye no bi so o ne me no betina na ne beba no ho sana say wo de ama no anti education na ye can say obia anye bi ye status ye DP media aban na aban so spend sika kakra na say amehwe public account committee or more procedures so Ghana will scap Ghana will scap
and with far papers no so World AIDS Day launched surge in HIV AIDS warring Ghana AIDS Commissioner Diato interference a best celebrity World AIDS Day. I'll say there is a surge in the new HIV/AIDS infection with approximately 334,721 people living with HIV, while 15,290 new cases, including young people between the ages of 15 to 24, are being reported. And the water person, Daily Graphic, the partial date today, Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. And happy year, and that one. The time was was. Auntie Carol, what did you do? Kakaba so sorry,
yeah, me the best so say it's a HIV now. It's not just a health, it's a public health issue. And so we say found one. A baby found because senior etino. Until be a wolf a teacher for baby wherever you find yourself, especially with our young persons, the 15 to 24 years. Okay, let us all try to be educators. When Nima don't do it, link up to where they'll do it right. Okay, and then we all help to reduce our new infections.
Reducing new infections is the key.
Yeah,
because then person be back when you baby I would join. No be diabetes. Kwala yi abi. Mema insa be kwala na mope. Era mi bisa se kwala na so munya na we. Kwala ni nya na we.
Penifo na de ma.
Kwala ni nya na.
Transgenerational sex no. In the sense say no the older men are going for the younger ones. And the younger guys are going for
yeah. Me no doctor, feeling my bad. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Give me the body and come up and a trapper. My health, all my life, oh. Mean quite in my pomade, my health, all my life, oh. My pomade, mean quite my health, all my life. Mean quite in my pomade, my health, all my life. My pomade, mean quite. Me one doctor, feed them up. Tell a friend to tell a friend, give me the body and come up and trapper, baby. I'm so sorry, Tintini won't come. Do you wanna learn more? And I get ready, cause it's all about you. My health, all my life, oh. Mean quite in my pomade, my health, all my life, oh. My pomade, mean quite, my health, all my life. Mean quite in my pomade, my health, all my life. My pomade, mean quite, eh. About you, family, on your TV. Mean Kwan in my property.